Okay. Good morning, Miss and my dear friends. Today, I and Nageswary here to present about the short story that we choose for our lesson plan, which is The Proud Rose. So this story is actually can be used for year 4 students, which is for year 4 students. So this story would be a very perfect story to be learned and be taught for the students, for year 4 students. I'll pass to Nagiswari.
Uh, Good morning, Miss. So the main skill that we choose is writing because writing is the basic skill that the students need to know. Um, and also students can learn new vocabulary by writing skill, and then they can enhance their comprehension skill towards the main lesson that we are going to give by the teacher. Yeah.
Okay, and this is the story that we choose, which is The Proud Rose, as I mentioned before. So this story is actually in a desert. In a desert, there was a rose which was so proud of its own looks, because normally a rose, it looks so beautiful at the outside, and also it has thorns in it. So just because of its beauty, it always mocks the cactus, that the cactus is ugly and it has thorns and it doesn't have flowers and stuff. So even though the rose quiet and doesn't argue back to the rose about the use of the cactus to the other plants, but the rose was too distracted of its own beauty. So on a very hot day, which was in a very bad summer, the desert became dry, and there was no water left for the plants. So all the plants and also the rose started to wilt, and the beautiful petals of the rose started to dry up, and the color of the rose was changed. So one day, after that, when the rose was looking at the cactus was still healthy, because a cactus can store water, even though it can store water when the desert dries up. So when the rose looked at the cactus, she saw a sparrow was dipping its beak into the cactus to drink some water. So the rose felt so ashamed and also guilty, and also asked the cactus that could she have some water. And the kind cactus lastly agreed with a smile, and helping them both to get through the summer as friends. So at the end of the story, there's a moral written under the story, which is never judge anyone by the way they look. So this story would be a very perfect moral, and also a very perfect material for the students to learn, because it is in nowadays generation, people still judge, the society still judge everyone by the way they look. So just to give an awareness for the students, this story is a very perfect story for year 4 students to understand. And I'll pass to Nagis to explain about the pre-lesson of this story.
So before the teacher move on to the activity, firstly the teacher will greet the students, and then as a brief about the lesson, the teacher will play a video about the short story, and then after they played the video, the teacher will ask questions randomly to the students. For example, like what can you see in the video, and then why the rose behave so weird in the short story, and then um, as a add as a adding questions, the teacher can ask. which one is your favorite character from the short story, and then um, why is it your favorite? Maybe the teacher can ask like that as a briefing question, and then the teacher can start to inform the topic for the day, and then the teacher finally the teacher can explain to the students about the main criteria of the lesson today. So now I pass it to Thirishalini.
Okay. For the first activity, so each student will be given a worksheet, which is the as shown in the slide. So and also they will be also handed out dictionary. So students need to prepare. The teacher should inform the students that they need to prepare a pencil and an eraser, and also they need to uh, clear some space to only have their worksheet and also the dictionary. So this activity will be conducted individually for each student, and then each all of the students together need to read the story as loud as they could, so that as loud as they could, like all together need to read the story together. And then after reading aloud the story, um, each all of the students also need to read aloud the bolded words in the passage. So for an example, they will be reading the word desert, and also insult, mock, sweet. So all of the after reading aloud the bolded words, so they'll be identified the vocab in the story given. And then after that, all of them need to write down the bolded words in the blank space given, which is under the short story. So for an example, they write the word desert. After that, they need to use the dictionary to write down the meaning of the word. So for an example, they write down the word desert in the blank space, in the first blank space, and after that they should find the meaning in the dictionary of the word desert. Then after that, they need to write the meaning of the desert on in the blank space as well. So there are 11 bolded words, and they need to write the 11 bolded words in the space given, and also the meaning of the 11 bolded words in the space given as well. So from this they can learn new vocab in the end of the day of and also they will also understand the storyline of the story, and they could also use these words for their upcoming lessons as well. So I would pass the next activity to Nageswari.
So for the activity two, the students will be in pairs, and then they need to fill in the based on the picture given. The students need to fill in the blanks, fill the missing words that uh, students need to fill in the blanks, and then they need to read the passage correct carefully, and then they need to identify which words is missing. So by this the students can use their critical thinking to find the words, and then at the same time the students can enhance their writing skill. So that's all for me.
And for the post lesson, so the teachers will do a short recap, which is from the pre lesson till the activity 2. So for an example, they'll be asking what character is the rose, what character is the cactus, what did you learn from the story, and also from what we can recap from activity 1, the students are able to tell the meaning of the words that was bolded, and also they can remember the meaning of the vocab. And also while in activity 2, we could ask, can they remember the story, and which word was in the correct sequence of the story. So uh, and then in the post lesson, we'll just recap what we have what the teacher have taught for the students. So that's all from us, and that's all from me, and thank you, Miss.